So where that challenge that you faced between those that supported you and those that planted that seed of doubt, is that what inspired you to write this book? How did the book come about?
Actually, Tim, it was divine inspired. So when I started teaching professional networking, which was a result of the Red Hawk, I was doing niching and messaging and helping people grow their sales by figuring out their marketing. Then what happened is over time, they also asked me, they were like, well, can you teach me how to do that thing that you do? And I'm like, what thing do I do? And they're like, the thing where you walk up to people and you remember their names and like you, and then you get their cards. And I'm like, you mean networking? So that was in 2018, 2019. So I started having boot camps and academies teaching people, okay, this is how you get memorable in a great way. This is how you show up and you stay top of mind. And when I did that in business, then what I found out was when I was working with those people, they wanted more. And they were like, well, I don't understand but these people have also turned into your friends. I see it's not just business. What are you doing there? So that's when I really realized, I thought, gosh, there's more to this than just gathering up people to network and referral to you to grow sales. It's actually people are lacking the ability to do interrelationships and skill building. And they don't teach us that in school. They do not teach us that in school. If you think about high school and college, there wasn't a class that said,
is that like soft skills?
Right, the whole soft skill, but they do it from if they teach it in marketing from how to sell something, but they're not teaching like how to genuinely engage with people and keep a friendship. And then like on the subtitle, like I said, be a magnet to those worthy of your time and devotion.
You like that word, magnet.
Be a magnet. We have to be that person that others want to know. I talked yesterday on a show and they were asking about, well, what's be a magnet mean? And I said, it's be intriguing, be interesting. There's so many people we meet and then they say, Elizabeth, people don't remember me. They remember you because of your red hair or, I go, they also remember me because I make conversation. I ask them about them. I'm interested in them. So if you're not interesting or interested in somebody, you will not be memorable. And
see, you did a good job you did a good job right there of explaining that. Like you didn't know what it was at the time, right? You didn't know.
And I asked.
I'm trying to find your video. Another video popped up. I'm trying to find that 1099 W2 1099 video so I could show it, but I another video popped up. Okay. So you did a good job of articulating that, oh, you have this thing where you're just gregarious, you're spontaneous, you have all these God-given natural abilities, whatever. We all have that. You just haven't figured out how to capitalize on that and be as loud and proud as possible on that. Right. So for me, I went to dozens, hundreds of networking events, your chamber events, your BNI events, all of them. And I would look fairly similar to everyone else, right? I'm not saying I was in a suit, but I would walk in and I would be like everyone else. One day, for whatever reason, I rolled in like I normally dressed outside of business, like jeans and a t-shirt, right? And it was at that point when I started seeing, and I had been going to these events for months, years, never got the real attention that I thought I deserved, earned, whatever, until I started dressing like I normally did. And then people went, oh, who is this guy? And I was able to have deeper conversations with them because I got past that first level. That's when I started doing that same thing by dressing differently than others every single time. And then that became, the Zack Miller wardrobe, if you will. And I played off of that. We all have something like that. We're just not doing it. Or we haven't dug deep enough to figure out what that is, right? So you are Red Hawk. I'm jeans and a black t-shirt type of thing. I don't know what that was pre-COVID. I don't know what I would be now. I'm just straight up wearing mesh shorts every day for the last 2 years. It's been wonderful, right? Tim might be his hair, the running guy, hair. Right? Fabulous. I mean, this dude has won literally the 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, and 2020, and soon to be 22 best hair of the 757.
It's a lot of pressure though, man. It's a lot of pressure.
I know. You see these long locks of love coming out. I'm like, I'm going for you in 2K22. Watch out. You put a lot of twos up. and I'm ready for pancakes, and I'm going to beat you that year. But
you should have said pancakes. Now I can't focus.
Waffles, whatever, apple fritters.
Zach, you talked about dressing different. Another great thing is people with accents. So I work now with or connect with a lot of people internationally. And thanks to the Canadians made my book international bestseller. So yeah. So now I'm joking with them. I'm like, right? So because they end a sentence, so I'm learning how to use their and then they're learning how to use my y'all. And then I had to explain to them the other day when I said, I'm going to go do that. They're like, gonna? And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, that's bad English. I'm going to. I said, but then you certainly wouldn't understand if I said I'm fixing to do it next. So accents are another great way.
Yeah, I mean, it could be. See, some people freak out the clothes aspect of it. Oh, that's not professional, Zach. You can't do that. How dare you go to an event looking like that? You're right, but guess what? It got me to where I was.
It works.
Right? It got me the TV show, and then even when I got the TV show, I was like, I'm not wearing a suit. And that was a big ordeal for a little while for many parties involved, right?
I bet. Well, and like when I left corporate, I really, in fact, I've gotten pointing to that spot over in my wardrobe area. I've got a whole closet filled with corporate clothes that I was having a realization the other day. And I'm like, besides maybe putting the blazer on because you get cold, I think it's time to donate those because I don't show.
Dare you go.
Zippy dresses and high top boots and I could have never gotten away with that in the corporate world because I was expected to be, and of course I was able to grow my hair back out. So in the corporate world I was expected everything was pinned up all the time.
Why is that?
It's because they have this illusion that women won't be taken seriously. And I got news for you. I'm 5'7" and my voice is deeper than most women. And when I wanted to get the men's attention, I would bring it down another notch and I would stand up there in my high heels and look them in the eyes. I never had a problem with a man taking me seriously in business. But it's this just old myth thing that they expected it. I mean, but I think accents are great. I also think, like you and I loved when back, this was pre-COVID, so it's not a unique line now. But I remember in 2019, our favorite line to someone was, "Hey man, what are you watching on Netflix?" I mean, nobody was asking anybody that, right? So we were throwing out okay,
pioneer.
Yeah, we were pioneers, but we were like, okay, here's something I'm doing. Or here's something I want to do. I'm thinking about, I might get into sailing, but I haven't done this in decades. Or, hey, I just rescued another dog, and then it's amazing when we make ourselves interesting and we are interested, because if the person turns around, now I've thrown that out about the rescue dog, and then they go, I just got a dog. Then I shut up about me and I lean in about them. And that's the part where people miss it because they think, oh, well, they want to know more about my dog. No, you've just checked the box. Hey, there's a common denominator we can talk about. And the tango starts.
The common denominator, right? Is figuring that out, right? And so it could be the Buffalo Bills. It could be what are you watching on Netflix? It could be it could be running. So many different things. It's figuring that out. People are like, well, I don't have Netflix. That seems stupid. Find a common denominator. That's the key thing.
Well, and I think that even taking a step back, we mentioned the book Green Lights in a previous episode, but one of the nuggets from Green Lights, was the fact that his mother taught him at a very young age, listen, boy, when you walk into a place, you walk in like you own it, not like you're looking to buy it. And so you give off that era of confidence, and that's something that people can be drawn to. And I think that that's a very good first step if you're looking to attract or to be that magnet, that you have that level of confidence as you approach people.
Have you read that book, Elizabeth?
I don't think so. Tell me the name of it.
All right. Yeah. Wrote it. Matthew McConaughey. I actually read it a second time, Tim, recently, just to see how it was. It was better the second time.
He's a good Texan.
He's what?
He's a good Texan, Matthew McConaughey.
He seems like
he's
I rank people.
I would like to hang out with him.
How many beers would I want to drink with this person?
Exactly.
I would want to drink a lot of beers with that guy, and I bet it would be amazing, right?
Sign me up when you all are getting ready to. I'm on the beer drinking tour.
Are you stuck at your home office, socially distanced coffee shop, or your fancy, all bricked out corner office, wondering why no one can see your business and sales are all over the place? Sounds like you need a pro. That's why I developed the Anomaly Academy. Insert clever copy here. Oh, I guess I was supposed to put something else there. Oops. You can grab access to the Anomaly Academy now at zackmillersays.com/Anomaly Academy.